Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to talk about some news. We do my news videos. Here in the same one, obviously, we're talking about some NFL to start off here. So, first, we're going to talk about some good news, I guess. Kind of good and bad. Jordan Love, he suffered a MCL sprain, which is worse, which is better than what I feared. I feared it might have been a tear or something, but it was MCL sprain. But the bad, he didn't have an MCL tear, it's a sprain, but he's likely going to miss 4 to 6 weeks per that rap sheet. He avoided a season-ending ACL, MCL injury, but the bad news is you're going to have Malik Willis in there for 4 to 6 weeks. Well, actually, I thought it was 3 to 6. It's 3 to 6 weeks. So, somewhere between there, the NFL Twitter account posted. So I'm happy for him it's not season ending. I want to see the Packers do well. So I'm happy for him it's not season ending. It's the best case scenario, but they just need to at least play decent football, win their next few games until Jordan Love comes back. So, Russell Wilson with a calf is making the trip to Atlanta with the hashtag Steelers, per at Jay Fowler, ESPN. He's expected to be a game-time decision. This is also reported by Ian Rappaport. And he said, expect Justin Fields to start. He expects Justin Fields to start. And it's a game-time decision. It's not official, but we'll have to see. Maybe he is playing and this could just all be a smokescreen. But I don't know. Do you really want to risk it? I mean, he would make the trip regardless. So, I don't know if this means he's going to play. But if he doesn't, then Justin Fields will start. So, it was reported yesterday Hassan Reddick would return to the New York Football Jets. Yesterday, I think. There's some report. He was expected to return today or tomorrow. But then it comes out today, hashtag Jets pass rusher Hassan Reddick is, ain't quote, willing to die on his sword as his holdout drags into the regular season per at DM Receiving. Reddick is considered a long shot to play Monday versus hashtag 49ers per head coach Robert Saleh. I mean, it's just pathetic with him. Didn't someone say he was coming back? Or maybe that was a rumor? I mean, he's just, I don't get it. I mean, maybe you should pay him, but I wish I didn't have to show up to my job just because I wanted more money. It's probably what you're thinking if you're a person that has a job reading into this. But he's losing so much money, I don't see how this is worth it for him. I hope he doesn't think he'll get Nick Bosa type money, because if that's what he's hoping, then Condale face. But those are things from JPA Football. Let's get to Adam Schefter. Some injury updates. The Dolphins have elevated wide receiver Robbie Chosen to the active roster for Sunday's game versus the Jaguars. The Chargers have placed wide receiver DJ Chark on injured reserve and signed tight end Eric Thompson to the roster, so DJ Chark on injured reserve. So the Buccaneers have downgraded defensive lineman Kalijah Cansey's status for Sunday's game versus the Commanders to out. That's going to be a big loss for their defensive line. I feel like he's always injured. That's going to be a big loss for their defensive line against that game against the Commanders. We are Commanders. Bum, 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 bum. So Jamar Chase's injury status now includes an illness for tomorrow's game. Yeah, he's sick of not getting paid. That's what. He's just sick of not getting paid. He doesn't have an illness. Come on. It's all because his front office doesn't have the balls to pay him right now. Like, that's now on their injury report. So he's questionable tomorrow. He's sick of not getting his bag. Honestly, they should just pay him now before it gets more expensive next season. The Commanders placed QB Marcus Mariota on injured reserve and signed QB Sam Hartman from their practice squad. Oh yes, that's the news we expected. Panthers placed tight end Ian Thomas on injured reserve due to a calf injury and signed tight end Felipe Franks off their practice squad. Damn, I remember Felipe Franks as a QB in college and then converted to a tight end. The Vikings elevated running back Myles Gaskin and Sunday Bobby McCain to the active roster for Sunday's game versus the Giants. Gaskin had a good preseason for the Vikings, so it could be a good move to bring him up. So NBC said Thursday night's Ravens-Chiefs game was the most watched regular season opener ever, averaging 28.9 million viewers on NBC and Peacock. Man, football is so keen for the viewership. Like, so keen for viewership. Like, no one is boycotting the NFL. That was trending a few days ago. Some more injury updates now from Tom Pelissero. The hashtag Broncos, well, this one I'm talking about. They elevated wide receiver Lil Jordan Humphrey and running back Michael Burton for Sunday's opener versus Seattle. So to that, for the Broncos. This injury update, well, that one wasn't an injury update, it's just people getting up to the roster. An injury update here, the hashtag 49ers are listing running back Christian McCaffrey with a calf/Achilles as questionable for Monday night's opener versus the hashtag Jets. I think he'll play. But I don't know. Maybe this injury could be worse than we thought. Who knows? But I think he'll play. Former Packers cornerback Kevin King, who last played in a regular season NFL game in 2021, was elevated to the Falcons' active roster for Sunday's opener versus Pittsburgh. Oh, he's gonna get freaking cut by Van Jefferson. T. Higgins with a hamstring injury is expected to miss Sunday's opener versus New England, so two of their receivers could possibly be out if Jamar Chase doesn't play. I'll probably do another one of these injury NFL news with injury updates in the morning. But yeah, that's all the stuff I want to talk about from NFL. So let's get to some wrestling here on Dash. So, I'm not going to hear this thing with Rhea Ripley, who it's not really worth talking about. So, officially set for next week, three things announced for next week. On SmackDown, Kevin Owens and a mystery partner versus A-Town Down Under. It'll probably be Randy Orton. It's going to be Randy, I'd say, most likely. Sami Zayn, maybe. One of those two. I don't know who else it could be other than those two. Andrade versus Carmelo Hayes, their fifth match, is set for SmackDown next week. Part 5 in the should be best of 7 series at this point. Series is tied 2-2. Just make it a best of 7 at this point. Just have their final match in a premium live event. And a third thing announced for next week on the season premiere of SmackDown on USA, Cody Rhodes versus Solo Sikoa for the undisputed WWE Championship in a steel cage match. Looks like a fitting return for a certain OTC, maybe. Because, why wouldn't Roman be on the season premiere on USA? Those are three things announced for next week. So, Giovanni Vinci made his return last night, pinned in 3 seconds. Apparently via WrestlePost, there were some key fears in WWE Creative. They absolutely hated the direction for the Giovanni Vinci angle on SmackDown. And he lost his re-debut in 3 seconds. Terrible booking decision, but I'm guessing it comes from his gimmick being the cocky, wealthy guy. Hopefully they build on this positively. I don't know. We'll see if they have anything going forward. I don't blame them. We hated it too. After hyping up like that, it didn't make sense. Just to me. First episode of Home saw a squash match. Last one saw a squash match. Classic WWE. So Tony Khan in a new post states that AEW is on the 1 yard line at the most important time in the company's history. Just announce the damn TV deal already and just get out of the way. It's been in the red zone for like 84 years now. And I'm sure they'll announce that contract soon. WWE Hall of Famer Jacqueline has signed a Legends contract with WWE. More and more Legends didn't have good relationships with Vince McMahon, getting the deals for Triple H. She's pretty underrated and underappreciated. Getting some good recognition. So, Paul Heyman, when asked about how WWE tried to reach out to a female audience via Bloomberg Power Players, well, look at Roman Reigns. I mean, he's not wrong. The women, they do love Roman Reigns. I saw the rumor, the rumor for Bret Hart and his upcoming appearance on this upcoming Monday, a Monday Night Raw. He's going to have a segment with Gunther. He's going to have a segment, apparently, with Gunther, which that should be a good segment. Him and Gunther. Ooh, that's gonna cook, man. Yeah, that's the wrestling stuff I want to talk about. So I'm talking about NFL, wrestling. So I'll talk about NASCAR here. So I want to talk about the NASCAR charter agreement. A lot of news over the past day. So it was first reported by Adam Stern. Some Cup Series teams are preparing to sign the charter and can do something by the end of this week in per sources, although others may hold out and keep negotiating. NASCAR's push to try to get it all done this week before the playoffs start. Well, playoffs start tomorrow. Well, several, but potentially not all Premier Series teams are getting ready to sign their charter agreement, expect to do so over the coming days, barring any last-minute snags, per people familiar with the source. And then our next update comes out with industry chatter that is one of the teams not yet prepared to sign NASCAR charter offer team. Front Row said this morning, Front Row Motorsports is not going to comment on its charter discussion at the time. 2311 Racing is not yet commenting on its decision. So those two, I mean, we kind of all knew 2311 didn't sign it, but I'm kind of surprised with Front Row. And then 2311 confirmed in a statement they did not sign NASCAR's charter offer last night. Basically standing on business. So it's frustrating that NASCAR's acting like the dictator here. They already control enough as it is. So what does this new deal look like? And 4 charters remain held back by NASCAR, earmarked for a future manufacturer. A summer proposal from NASCAR suggests that those charters should go to NASCAR, and that the France family that runs the series should be able to field teams. What is NASCAR doing? That's a slippery slope. What is NASCAR doing? Are you gonna go full Penske? The France team potentially being able to field those teams is just outrageous. Things from NASCAR nostalgia. I'm not going to do an NBA in this video because there's only like a minute or two left. I can have to film this up. First thing I'm talking about is currently it sounds like almost a done deal for LaJoy to go to the 51-2025, and I continue to hear RFK will buy or at least one of the Rick Ware Racing charge for their car. Sounds like Priest with Kroger sponsorship. Then Rick Ware Racing would field a second part-time car for Cody Ware, other Ford drivers, etc. Ugh. Why do teams keep giving LaJoy rides? He just isn't a good driver. Like, come on. I think it's the thing I want to talk about for NASCAR. Yeah, I have enough time to talk about some NBA real quick. Denver Nuggets star Jamal Murray's agreed on a 4-year, $208 million maximum extension. The deal guaranteeing Murray $244 million over the next 5 seasons. I mean, I felt it's kind of overpay. I felt it's an awful decision. I like Jamal Murray, but he just hasn't really performed. He didn't really perform last year outside of the Lakers games. But a 4-year term, $208 million extension. He gets his money, but I think it's an overpay. Tristan Thompson returns to the Cavs in a 1-year deal. So, some veteran leadership, I guess. Ivanka Zubac agreed on a 3-year, $58.6 million extension, average 11.7 points and 9.2 rebounds, only 16 points per game in their Western Conference playoff loss. $30 million a year $30 million a year is kind of a lot, but Gigi Jackson, will be having surgery next week and should be back in like a few months. And the Sixers are hiring Memphis Grizzlies executive Arian Adonia as VP of Player Personnel. I mean, the Grizzlies drafting developed pretty well, so a good move. But yeah, that's all the news I want to talk about here in this video. So yeah, until next time, I'm Malcolm Light. Peace, leave a like, comment, subscribe for more. And I'll have some injury updates tomorrow morning. So yeah, peace.